एक होता है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और एक होता है यार, especially in a space which is overcrowded also, right? Like you said, unorganized. There is the third and the fourth challenge also, which I'll talk about, is right now cloth market in India is over flooded with a lot of China products coming in as well, right? I'll also share something. My sister's side, she's married into a family, they are in the clothes business, right? So they also talk about the hardships, like, आज कपड़ा, in our language छिछड़ा हो गया है, right? Like it's available everywhere, it's so dirt cheap, right? Like today, the recently I bought certain t-shirts for myself, 200 rupees, right? Never thought of that I will be, and great t-shirts, right? Not cheap dirt quality, right? Great t-shirts for 200 rupees. So ek to market is unorganized, second is there's oversaturation for clothing, third is it's overcrowded and there's so much of infusion and the price dropping out, and the fourth dimension which you have also bought in is the social entrepreneurship. Correct me if I'm wrong, you've also empowered a lot of women to get jobs, right, as part of this. So ये जो चार तिगड़म है ना, it's difficult to scale business, right? एक तो होता है business बनाना, जैसा कि you can build a crore 2 crore, but you've built a great, got a good valuation also on Shark Tank, right? So how did these four things were working for you or against you also in what you were doing?
I think, uh, honestly, in terms of the challenges of the clothing industry, definitely there are a lot. But when we started, I'll tell you very honestly, my mom and I, we never thought of the challenges, because when you're really passionate about something, even today, like all the challenges that come up, our team or someone can feel sad and be like, nahi, bahut bada challenge hai. For us, no challenge is a challenge, because you're so into building that thing, you're so passionate about building that thing, that आपको लगता है अरे ये कर लेंगे चलो, अभी नहीं तो 2 महीने बाद. So when we started our journey, we never thought ourselves as a clothing brand entering a cluttered, I would say, market. We
Hmm.
always thought ourselves as a niche brand which is taking chicken curry in an organized platform for the first time in a brand format. So
Hmm.
it always, the psychology that we always had, or the thoughts we always had, were that हम कुछ डिफरेंट कर रहे हैं. लाइक अब वो सच है कि नहीं है वो अलग बात है. लाइक दैट्स
Right.
हाउ our brain was tuned. So we were always not comparing ourselves. We were looking at being leaders within the niche, right? Rather than competing with a, say, Fab India or a Biba, right? We were
Yeah.
thinking ki it's fine. They're also Indian wear. We're also Indian wear. But we want to be the best within the niche that we have picked, because we see that no one has cracked this niche.
Yeah.
So I think when we looked at it like that, a lot of things, a lot of pressure of the competition became easier. Even though now to scale, we do obviously take inspiration from these big brands. We look at how they've built their internal systems. It's like amazing from
Yeah.
where we are, and if we want to ever reach where these brands are, who are doing like thousands of crores of revenue, we obviously do take inspiration from them and we do learn from them. Challenges हैं और रहेंगे. I think it was how we thought about it, and I also feel that challenges uh, in any industry today, everything is clothing नहीं, आप और भी कोई industry उठाओगे, most of the industries are now cluttered. Where the real differentiation, and this comes because I'm a marketing person and I will always say this, a brand is built with not just one thing. A brand is not built with one Instagram, one packaging. It is a mix of 100 things going right, 100 touch points going right at the same time. And that, once a brand is built and once the trust is built and the repeat customer is coming in, that no competition can take from you. So I was
Yeah.
very confident of my skills, that I can build a brand. I don't know if I can take XYZ competition ka share, I don't know, but I can build my brand. And if someone comes to me, I can be confident that they will come back because of the touch points that my brand has today. So I think the only differentiation in a cluttered market is essentially coming from a strong brand, which is like because of the 10 or 20 pillars that make that one brand. Not that one thing, not that one shoot, or not that one packaging. It will be 10 things. It's from customer experience to the product to the marketing to everything, right? So I think
Yeah.
in terms of competition, I always like to think it like we have to focus on our touch points and we have to be a stronger brand than we were yesterday. And yeah, and in terms of, there was another point I think you had mentioned, the fourth one was social entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that has worked out in fact in a very big favor. That's a very uh, it's something that actually means a lot to my mom, because she used to do a lot of volunteering before we started. So she used to do
Hmm.
on a weekly basis. She would go to this one, seva, she calls it in Hindi, and she would go there and she would do it 2 3 times a week. And in fact now, like, she doesn't get the time after the business has started, and she tells me that because of you I stopped going to seva. But I think that the good thing is that somewhere this is her way of giving back. So
Yeah.
somewhere this has, God has, like, just aligned things like that. She gets to do what she was already doing also. And it turned out well. I think it gives us a very good motivation when you see the impact on women, artisans. We also have a lot of people in our team in Delhi who are from our local community, which my mom also mentioned on Shark Tank. Like, a lot of the help around us, around our colony, the drivers, the guards, the cooks, their children got attached to us, and now they've got their siblings. And to see their growth is, वो तो बहुत personal है हमारे लिए. Like, we've
Right.
seen those people around us. So this acts as a very good sense of motivation. I feel that, somewhere you are able to give back, and I think that works out in the best way ever. Like, so that is, I think, the biggest blessing we both have, that we're able to somehow give back also.
I hope you enjoyed this clip from my podcast series called Masters Decoded. The intention of bringing these clips to you is to allow you to understand some key moments of the conversations I've had with my guest. I would recommend and highly encourage you to listen to the entire podcast, which you can find the link to the podcast in the description below. I look forward to you subscribing to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of all the future clips which we keep releasing every week on this channel.